a screen.
Yeah.
Last time we didn't have one.
Yeah.
Come on, baby.
Good evening.
Hey guys,
And,
good evening.
and some people in the East Coast are at nighttime, so good
It's
night.
8 o'clock on the East Coast.
Really?
It's 7 o'clock in...
The West Coast.
No, 7...
South Coast.
Central?
Oh, what the? Is there such thing as...
Yeah, and then it's 5 o'clock out here, and in fact, it's still daylight, and it's probably starting to get dark on the East Coast.
Yep.
Everybody have a good day? How's your day been, son? Good?
Yep.
What have you done
Yeah,
today?
the PS4 got shut down, like the...
Well, they had for some reason, and we looked on the map, PS4, or what was PlayStation? PlayStation Network, PSN. PlayStation Network had a worldwide, well, it was over in the Europe, North America, South America, so I guess you could say worldwide.
Yeah.
Outage for 3 hours. 3-hour outage. That's kind of a big deal for Sony PlayStation.
I know.
So
Sony's pretty good.
they are pretty good.
Actually, really good.
They're really good. They're 3
Yeah,
hours out of 3,000.
Yeah, that doesn't like Xbox really. Like
I-
One. Like that does not like the Xbox One.
Well, it's not that I dislike it. It's just that I think
It's not. I'm not. I'm going to be honest. Oh, hi, Davis. It's just not. It's just not the best. It's not the best.
I don't know. It seems like
It's just not.
the PS4 is, I don't know. It just seems more user friendly to me. But he's the one that plays. I watch him play every once in a while. I don't know. It's just like Microsoft. I don't know. I just think PS4 is better. That's just my opinion, though. I'm not a gamer.
I know.
Well, what do you think? If you had to choose between one or the other, I know you'd pick the PS4, right?
Okay. Well. Okay. What was the question?
If you had to pick a PlayStation or an Xbox, what would you?
What the heck? Who won? I would never play Xbox.
Yeah, I know you.
I would never.
I know.
Not to be mean, but I would just never.
That's just what he's used to. So if that's all you know.
Yeah, like some people do play Xbox, they probably just only know Xbox.
Right.
Like
If
if
that's
they
all you
try
know.
PS4, it's a lot easier. It's just a lot.
I think so.
Yeah.
But and so does he. But everybody's different. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. But they had a worldwide blackout today. So what else is happening today?
It was just a relaxing day.
Yep, and still on summer vacation now.
For probably another 50 days.
Yes, a little more than that.
Oh yeah, a lot more.
60. You got all of June, all of July, and then part of August. So you got a good break.
We do not, Davis. Not a lot. Oh, Alan Foster says PS. Yeah, PlayStation.
PS, right? That's what he likes.
That's my favorite console. So I do have some consoles. So I have a PlayStation Pro, an Xbox One S, an Xbox 360, a PC. Yeah.
He's got a few consoles.
Yeah.
He got them for like birthday presents and Christmas presents and things like that.
Yeah.
So he always waits for holidays, and those are the things that he likes.
And I want for my birthday so bad an Echo Dot Plus. So.
But why?
But that is okay for an Echo Dot.
I guess, but why?
Yes. I just want. Dad, you know what's so cool about it?
No.
You can literally sync it up to the house lights.
Right.
And you can say, hey, Alexa, turn on the front lights.
Okay, but I've been doing it for a long time. I'm capable of turning on the lights.
For 6 years.
Okay, go over and push a button.
No, but you don't have to push
That's
a button.
okay.
That's
I like to turn on the lights. I like to.
What? But all you have to just say it's just one word.
But I like to. You know what? In Arizona, it's kind of interesting. We're talking about turning on lights on and off with this Alexa thing. Out here in Arizona, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the main breaker box for your house or wherever you may live, apartment. Usually those things for your dwelling are either in the garage or at least in the garage or in the house, in a closet. If a house has a basement, those things are in a basement. Not necessarily somewhere where they're in the middle of a formal room, like a bedroom, bathroom, kitchen, dining room. They're in a closet or, like I said, at least a garage. Out here, they're on the front of the house by the street. So if you don't have it locked, anybody could walk up.
Well, it's weird.
It's weird, and turn off the power to your whole house.
Like, I literally think it's the best idea to keep it in the backyard.
Well, okay, there you go. At least in the back, but it's out in the front, and it's not just one house. All the houses are out here. Your power box is in the front of the house, where anybody can walk up to it and turn it off. So, like ours, I keep a lock on it.
Like, when we moved into the house, have a lock on it? No.
No.
What? Oh my.
And if you pay attention, if you're out, like when we go for a walk sometimes, if you pay attention, some people don't have locks on it. So it's like anybody could go up and just pull it open, turn the power off to your whole house. You know, some kid just being ornery or whatever. I wouldn't do it personally, but I'm just saying, when you build a house, you put the main electrical box with all the breakers and the main for the whole house, you put it at least in the garage or in the back or in an interior closet. It's in the front yard. Say what?
It's on the side of the house.
It's on the side of the house, but it's by the sidewalk. I mean, it's nuts.
Just,
And when you go for a walk up and down the sidewalk, you can see everybody's. So that's something that should kind of be kept hid or in private or something, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like leaving your laptop right out by the sidewalk, open and on.
or just leaving a PS4.
Right.
Or leaving like a brand new iMac Pro.
Just let it sit there.
Or just say, you know what, I'm just gonna keep this room because I have no room in my room, so I'm just gonna be like, I'm just gonna put this next to my.
I don't get it. I really don't. I don't get it.
Especially like leave the fish tank out there. Oh no.
Or, yeah, I mean,
Like,
anything
no, like,
that you know,
especially
somebody
that.
that wanted to be ornery could come up and literally. I had some pictures I wanted to show you guys the other day of the corn. Did an experiment yesterday. We're going to upload it to the B. Brandon channel. I think you guys will like.
Oh yeah, there's 2 videos actually we're gonna do.
Yes, there is. There's actually 2. There's surprise videos. Here's a look at the corn. I don't know if you can see it or not. This is like
guess what?
a side view. What's that?
Did you know there's 2 corn at the garden that's starting to have corn on it?
Yes. In fact, I took
And
a
they're
picture.
so tiny too. How?
Right.
They're so like they're not.
Right there. Look. Is that it?
No.
That's the corn.
No, it's near the garden where all the tomatoes are. There's actually starting to have corn on them.
Oh, those aren't tall enough.
No, they literally have string.
Well, they'll be baby corn. Now, these are big.
Like
These are the taller corns that are starting to get corn on them already, which is good. That's good. So those ears of corn, I should have taken a better picture. Some of them are over 7 feet tall, so they should do well
So
this
they're
year.
talking Shaquille O'Neal.
They are as tall as Shaquille O'Neal, yes. He's 7'1". So, yeah.
Is he still growing? No? Growing?
No. Nope, not growing. In fact, no, that's not it.
So that's just height for
He'll be 7'1", yes.
Who's the tallest person? Who is
The tallest person...
Like what was the tall like?
The tallest person I know that ever lived, his name was Robert Wadlow. See, because when I was a kid, I used to read the Guinness Book of World Records. Because when I was a kid, we didn't have laptops, we didn't have smartphones, we didn't have video games. So we either played outside, and like I tell Brandon, if I had a ball, I had a friend. Because if all of my friends were busy, I always had a ball, whether it was a football, a basketball, baseball, tennis ball, didn't matter, soccer ball. If I had a ball, I had something to do. And we read, and I like to read the Guinness Book of World Records. And I used to know a lot of them. And I remember looking at some of the pictures in the book. The book was always like thick, about that thick. One of the tallest guys in the world, and this has been a long time ago, but he was over 8 feet tall. And he was standing next to a stop sign like this. And he had his arm on top of the stop sign, actually like that. And the stop sign was here, along the road. He was taller than the stop sign.
Oh.
He
Like,
was
what
huge.
How tall was he?
8 foot, I want to say 8'11".
He was almost 9 foot.
Almost not, yeah.
So when that's
His shoe was like that big.
No.
24. Yeah, his shoe was like
How
20.
how long is your shoe?
I have like a 9.5. He wears a 24. They had to custom make his shoe. I mean, he's like that. I mean, he was really big. He had to duck.
How long did he live? Like,
He didn't live very long because
Why?
Because he was so big. It was too hard for his body to
circulate?
Yeah.
Because like his arm was probably like that. Like,
I mean, his arm was like as long as my whole body.
There's no. Okay,
I mean,
that's
his fingers like that long. Yeah. Here, let me
He's
see.
literally a giant.
He was a giant. Yeah.
Isn't he a giant?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's considered.
What the?
How tall was Robert Wadlow?
Robert Wadlow was 8 feet 11 inches tall.
There you go. Robert Wadlow. Here. How tall was Robert Wadlow?
Robert Wadlow was 8 feet 11 inches tall.
There you go. He was 8 feet 11. He was almost 9 foot tall. He was in the Guinness Book of World Records as he may still be the tallest man to ever live. Or the tallest person.
But Wanda said, do you have corn that has 2 ears on it? Yes.
Yes. Here, let me show you a picture. Yes, I took a picture of it. I couldn't believe it. Right. If it turned out, I did take a picture of it. I did. There it is. Okay. There's one at the top, and then one down there. It does have 2 ears. Isn't that weird? There it is. One up there and one down there. So, yeah, I was surprised. That's what the package said. And that's what it's doing. I put the umbrella over by the little garden because today it got up to like 112, and that sun was really, really rough. So I took the umbrella over by the little garden, and in fact, it's actually helping. It's doing pretty good. Get up into those really hot temperatures like that. And we've even got a little garden gnome over there protecting the garden. Check him out, huh? So it's doing okay. Doing good, but when it gets up to these types of temperatures, 112, 113 like today.
Yeah. Oh, the peanut butter and the jellyfish sandwich joke is a hit.
Yeah. Now what was you just told me a joke earlier before we started this here. What was it?
Wait, I forgot. Wait, do you remember it?
Why does a potato make a good detective?
Oh, he can keep his eyes peeled.
Because he always has his eyes peeled.
That's a good joke.
He just heard that on TV is where he got that.
The Impractical Jokers.
Yep.
And we will do a video at the...
Nope.
And it'll be...
Shh. Secret. He got a secret video he's working on.
And guess what? That'll be the first video of the series.
Yes.
Of the... Blah, blah,
It's
blah.
just, yes. He's got a secret video he's working on.
And then that's got to be a series for a while.
Yeah, we'll try it out like at least once a month, see how it goes.
Yeah.
You know, maybe more. We'll see how the first one goes. But yeah, but it's kind of it's not a secret. I guess it kind of is. We haven't got the premiere ready to show yet, or actually kind of like a preview.
We have some videos.
We're still working on it. It's a work in progress, but I think it'll work. I think it'll be a good idea. But the Guinness Book of World Records is what I used to do when I was a kid. When I was bored, I read books. I was out playing basketball.
Yep.
Now video games and stuff were cool. I got to admit, if I was a kid in today's world, yeah, I'd be playing these cool video games. You bet I would.
Yeah.
But you know what? When I grew up, I probably rode my bicycle 10,000 miles when I was a kid. So I grew up in a small town, and that's just what you did. You went outside and you played, and you rode your bike, you played ball. Literally, I rode my bike probably 10,000 miles around town. Just every summer I was out riding my bike.
Yeah.
That's what we did.
So people call Thea banana legs.
What? I don't get it.
Wait, let me see. Oh, Chris said people called him Potato in high school.
Yeah?
So he kept his eyes peeled.
Right. He just heard that joke on TV. It was pretty clever. So...
Hello, Christine.
So the PlayStation Network had like a 3-hour worldwide blackout today. They got it fixed though, so they're back up and running. But for 3 hours, he's like, "Oh, what am I gonna do?"
Yeah, and I tried the Xbox One. It sucked. It literally sucked.
Well, it didn't work. It
sucked.
He that's kind of the one.
I don't like Xbox.
Well, you started out with that, and then once you played a PS4, you liked it a lot better. So it's like this. Some people are Android people, which is cool, and some people are iPhone people, you know. Whatever one you're used to using is what you prefer. You are used to using a PS4. Some people are used to Xbox, you know.
Some people are used to like phone.
Right, and it's all good.
And you're used to computer.
Well, yeah.
Well, you have Fortnite on your phone.
But I don't play it. I don't even know how to play Fortnite.
You don't?
Nope. I mean, I do from watching.
I haven't really been playing Fortnite.
You haven't?
I've been playing PvZ.
PvZ. I gotta cut on my finger.
My glasses are kind of dirty.
Here, I'll go clean. Well, you stay here and talk to everybody while I go clean your glass.
Well, look at my leg. It needs to get cleaned up.
Well, we got a live stream here, but we got to work on. I'm getting here in just a minute. You're fine.
All right. No, it's called Tomboy Syndrome. Oh, Atari 2600. Is that like a car or? I'll use you bruise easily when yeah, same. I kind of bruise easily. Oh, you kicked the can? Ugh. Really? Ugh.
Okay, so what else you want to tell everybody today?
I don't know. Maybe like.
Oh, let's see.
Let me see. Sorry, guys. Let me just get my glasses real quick.
Take a time out here. Clean these glasses. There you go. Shazam. All right, that better? Much better. All right. So everybody having a good day today? It was 113 here today in Phoenix, in southeast Phoenix, Arizona, in the Gilbert area. 113. Luckily, it wasn't that humid. The other day, it was humid, and it was like 105, I think. Literally, we felt like we were in Florida. And today it was 113, and it actually didn't feel quite as hot today as it did the other day when it was 105. I mean, it was still hot, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't, I don't know, it wasn't as humid. When it gets humid and it's up over 100, it's just it's brutal.
Hey, Dad.
Whew, it really
I
is.
was reading the comments about my glasses. I might need to get my eyes checked.
That's why you have glasses, bud.
Oh, yeah.
Silly kids. Okay. So
I know what we can talk about.
What?
What does Dad have? A computer. Phone.
Well, that's what everybody has.
No, you have a Fitbit.
I do. I wear a Fitbit to get my steps every day.
You
You been getting your steps?
Yeah. Well, no, I actually have. I did bowling.
We did. Yeah, did some bowling today. In-house bowling, and that was on the Xbox.
It was a 360. I'm not a big fan of Xbox One.
But I will say that bowling, they did a good job. They did an excellent job on the bowling.
Yep.
So, you want to do the feeding friends?
Yep.
Let's do the feeding frenzy, because these fish are really, really hungry. So here we go, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Not too much.
Wait, where's that?
There you go. Holy cow! I'm hungry. Wow. They were hungry. Good job. You got just the right amount. And I might give a sneak peek of the video that we're working on for probably this weekend. I'll have it done. All right. The feeding frenzy.
Alright.
So what I'm going to do is go ahead and show just a sneak peek of the experiment yesterday.
Yeah, but I have something to show.
What do you got?
And we can ask questions to it.
Okay, cool.
Had this in my back.
Oh,
The magic 8 ball.
the magic 8 ball, huh?
So we can talk to it and say whatever we want to it.
Okay, let's check it out.
Yeah, that's nice. Alright. Alright, ask the
I
first
didn't even know
question.
you had this.
No, I had it behind my back.
Oh.
Alright, I just want to go. But this is probably gonna be like 10 minutes of just talking to the magic 8 ball.
Well, the thing is, I can't read it. I'll give a sneak peek of the video that we're working on. We did an experiment yesterday when it got really, really hot outside. Actually around noon. Wasn't even at peak heat. I think it got up to 112 out here. We did the experiment and it was around, I think it was 108. But it worked really good. Okay.
Alright, ask a question to it.
What?
You just asked a question to it.
Did the experiment, the albedo experiment, go well?
What's it say?
Don't bet on it. I thought it went good.
Okay, let's see. Did Dad eat gummy bears today?
Uh-oh.
It says, wait, don't bet on it.
That's the same thing. I did have a gummy bear. You bet I did.
Okay, ready?
But now tomorrow I won't have any.
But no, you didn't even say a question. You didn't say a question.
Oh, okay. I'm going to do this. Did I eat gummy bears today? What's it say? Wait a minute. Oops.
You actually have to shake it.
I did.
Possibly. So you did have gummy bears.
I did.
How's it no? Ready? Then we have the feeding frenzy today. It says, the stars say no.
But we had the feeding frenzy. You saw it. No, get that thing out of here.
Fine, let me get you something else.
I'm going to show a sneak peek of the video that from the experiment. I'll just show a couple of pictures. So I took a couple of pictures, did a video. I had to keep the camera under an umbrella because it was so hot, and the camera being black, it was absorbing heat. And as we learned from the experiment, black absorbs heat at a quicker rate, which everybody knew that. You guys knew that because you're all smarty britches. But what you can do is you can do an experiment and you can line colors up on a piece of cardboard from the darkest colors all the way down. Take a box of crayons, basically, is what you get. And you take the colors and you glue them to a piece of cardboard, preferably white, from the darkest color to the lightest color. And then you set them out in the direct sunlight during peak heat. Like yesterday, I didn't even do it during peak heat, and it worked out perfectly. But you can see what happened to the crayons after about 15 minutes. Actually, that was about 20 minutes in the direct sunlight. And you'll be able to see that in a video in real time as it happens in fast forward. You'll see those things melt in the direct sunlight.
That was a sneak peek.
That was a sneak peek, but I videotaped that whole process, which took, I guess the whole process took about 30 minutes because the wind blew over the cardboard once, So I had to go back over and set it up, start over. And then the camera got really, really hot. So I had to bring it in, let it cool for a little bit, and put in a new battery. It was a little GoPro, but it worked out fine. I couldn't believe how hot that camera was. Whoo! It was really hot.
I have another surprise in my.
So that's a video we're working on. It's kind of cool. You can watch the darker colors start melting first because they get hotter first. And then some of the lighter colors don't even melt at all. It's unbelievable. So the white is the best color for keeping cool. You can learn a lot from it. How white colors are cooler in the hot sun. The blacks and the dark, like this dark blue shirt, would be very hot outside because it absorbs and retains heat.
Yeah.
What you got? Oh, that's your. I have one of these at my desk. I got this for Brandon, and it's not really a stress ball. It's kind of a thinking ball, or at least that's what I use it for, a thinking ball. And when I just toss it around, I'm thinking. I set it at my desk and I'll toss it around like that. It's just a little ball of white sand. And I tell Brandon I'm tossing around ideas. And he liked that, so I got him one. So what he does when he tries to think of videos and ideas to talk about, and he even sleeps with it. There's a secret.
What?
You like to sleep with it.
But
So
here's
that-
another.
So that's his little, when he tosses around ideas.
I had this for like
What you
2
got?
years.
Oh,
This is pretty much like a review now.
yeah. This is the BB8. And he got that when he was 8 years old. It was a Christmas present. And it's BB8. He got it on his 8th birthday, Brandon B. So we thought that was kind of appropriate, so that was a Christmas present. And this little guy's pretty cool. I mean, he can really move fast, stop on a dime, turn around, go back. It's a really neat little gadget.
Yep. This is a big item.
Oh yeah, Wally. Wally was one of the first. This is kind of like now what we've got running around up on Mars. But Wally was in Wally's a famous little robot. Like he was in the movie Wally. But this little robot walks around, does some cool stuff. But that was one of the. Well, this is like the original from the movie. Now we have these types of things on Mars. And I heard today. That's plenty, bud. I heard today that. They are on their way or trying to get there. See who can get there first to get to the moon to start mining. What are they going to mine on the moon? What do you think? If you had a.
They probably got to mine minerals and.
Okay, what kind of minerals?
Oh, like crystals or.
Okay.
Jewels.
Possibly.
Diamonds, rubies.
Possibly, but listen, let me ask you this. How do they know they're up there?
Like stuff?
Yeah. I mean, all this stuff, mining is when you have to dig into the ground with specialized equipment. And then not only that, once they get it, if they get this stuff, they got to get it back to the Earth.
Oh, geez.
It doesn't have any value on the moon. So, what are they mining on the moon? How do they know it's there? And if you'll notice, or if you've noticed here recently, which I'm sure all of you have, I think it was back in March, the Chinese went to the moon in about 4 days. They decided they were going to go to the moon. Next thing you know, the Chinese landed a probe on the backside of the moon. Within a week, they were there. So, other countries have ventured to the moon here recently. So there's something going on the moon.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? I mean, other than I hear, okay, they're prospecting, going to go up there and mine probably gold or some sort of rare, wouldn't be a rare earth mineral, it would be a rare moon mineral.
Yeah.
But you got to keep in mind, they got to transport that stuff from the moon back to the earth.
Oh, jeez.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, that would be a pretty big job. And then not only that, getting the equipment to the moon to do all this mining. And then you're going to have water, whether there's humans up there or not, because these machines are probably going to require water. So I don't know. It's just kind of interesting that now all of a sudden there's this huge interest in the moon. And we went there back in the late 60s and 70s, and then we never went back.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden we're going back. We're going to Mars, which, I think, oh, that's great. I think it's fantastic. Like I was telling them, there's rovers on Mars right now that are like Wally.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, quite similar, actually.
But what do you think is one thing that you can showcase? That's probably really cool to show, like, the viewers.
Well, I already did. I showed the rocks. I showed that weather thing, that changes. Now, here it doesn't change much because the weather doesn't change that much. Usually here, it's hot and dry. That's just how it is in the desert. But we're entering monsoon season, which monsoon season starts in 2 days, the 15th. Doesn't mean there's going to be a monsoon on the 15th, but that's when it kind of starts. Like hurricane season started on June 1st. Right now, hurricanes, other than the one over by India, in fact, I got a picture of the hurricane right now that's in the ocean. I think it's in the Arabian Sea, making its way up the west coast of India. Right there it is. Luckily, it's not going to make a landfall. But that's the cyclone. It's a hurricane because it rotates counterclockwise. And I looked at the statistics on this storm right here. Offshore, in that area, collectively it's going to drop in the neighborhood of 40 to 50 inches of rain. So it's a good thing it's not going to make landfall, or at least as a major hurricane. Over here in the United States, the Caribbean, Gulf of Mexico, looks pretty good. Nothing right now as far as any hurricanes, so all good. A little bit of rain in Florida, lightning. Saw where a poor guy got struck by lightning yesterday in Florida. Yeah, he was working outside and
Oh, wait, I got struck by lightning in Minecraft.
Ooh, really? In Minecraft?
Yeah.
How'd you get struck by lightning in Minecraft?
I was just on a mountain.
Bolt lightning. This guy was working in a yard. He was doing landscaping outside, and it was just storming a little bit, which anytime you see lightning, it's better to just go inside and wait for the storm to pass.
Yeah, and you cannot stay in the shower while it's just thundering because it.
Right, you shouldn't. You should just go in and maybe like hang out on the couch or, someplace where it's neutral. But this guy was out working in Pembroke, Florida, and I know where that's at actually. And he was working outside and got struck by lightning. Ouch. Lightning bolts are hotter than the surface of the sun. They're like 50,000 degrees. Unbelievable. And lightning is very thin. I know the lightning bolts that we see, they look wide and they look thick. That's the light. That's like sunlight off of the sun. We see this big massive ball of light in the sky. The sun's big, don't get me wrong, but the sunlight makes it look bigger. Lightning bolts, the light makes the lightning bolt look bigger. They're really not much more than an inch wide. Yeah, but they're really, really long.
But this is probably a weird question. But
What's that?
where does like the lightning? Where does like the energy from the bolt come from?
Where does it come from? Ions, positive and negative ions.
Oh, positive, negative energy.
Positive, negative energy.
I think they come up together and then it makes a boom.
Positive and negative energy colliding in the cloud. A thunderstorm is basically a big condenser, okay? And it condenses moisture out of the atmosphere. And it has a negative charge and it has a positive charge. And sometimes that positive energy and negative energy is so strong, it has to release in the form of lightning. Sometimes the lightning goes horizontal, sometimes the lightning goes vertical and hits the ground, maybe hits a tree. Usually it's the tallest thing in its local neighborhood. Like in this case, yesterday, the gentleman that was struck by lightning, I don't think there was anything real tall.
Wait, was it one guy or two?
One.
Oh.
That's what they said, one. And what had happened was it hit a fence or something that he was working near. It didn't hit him directly. It hit him indirectly, which worked out better.
Did he get hurt really bad?
Well, yeah. But if he'd have got struck directly, it would have hurt more. But what happened was like it hit like a fence, and then it went from the fence to him. So the fence took the main bolt. He got like the secondary bolt. So either way, it wasn't good. But that probably.
It's kind of rare to get struck by lightning.
Yeah, but you know, like I read too in the Guinness Book of World Records, there was one man that got struck by lightning 7 different times.
And he's still alive?
Still alive.
Like in.
Yes.
They get bounced.
One time it blew his shoes completely off. And he lived.
He didn't get hurt?
You know, he got hurt. But he survived, and you know, he was a park ranger. You know what a park ranger is?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it's a PVC character that shoots out stink.
No, this man was a real park ranger.
Oh, I thought you were talking about.
No, it's a real guy. It's a real guy. He was a park ranger. I want to say, let me think. This is just one of those interesting facts. This guy was a park ranger. For some reason, I'm thinking Yellowstone, but that doesn't seem right. All I know is he was a park ranger at a major park in the United States. And the poor guy, for some reason, he was outside a lot, obviously, but for some reason, lightning liked him. And he got struck by lightning 7 times. And
what was one area on him got struck by lightning?
well, his whole body took the brunt of the lightning strike. And like I said, one time, I think he lost a fingernail. One time he lost his shoes. I mean,
What's inside your fingernail? Like
he had some injuries, but he survived. He's okay. Or
what's inside the fingernail?
Well, I don't know, bud. A fingernail is a fingernail. I mean, I don't know what.
No, like what's under the fingernail?
Oh, tissue. It's like a thin membrane of skin. Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like.
No. The harder part is the outer. Underneath is tissue, like skin. But yeah, that was something I read when I was a kid in the Guinness Book of World Records, and that record, as far as I know, at least in the United States, still stands to this day. Same person struck 7 different times. One guy. Yeah. There's all kinds of neat stuff in those books if you guys like to read.
Yeah.
You would like that book. I know you would. In fact, I got him one somewhere. Where is it? I got him a Guinness Book of World Records book one year. I think it was 2 years ago, maybe.
Because I had a book somewhere, but it was like
It was Guinness Book of World Records.
I know.
It was turquoise. No, not turquoise. It was.
Was it green?
Yeah, it was green. Yeah.
Was it from the library at school?
No, I got it for you.
No, that was from the library.
You bought it on book day from school.
I know, that was from the library.
But it's yours. They had one just like it, but
I don't know.
You know, in school, when you're in elementary school, they have those book drives where you buy books, you know, from the kids sell books. Well, we bought for him a Guinness Book of World Records for his.
That was for like gaming and stuff.
No, it was for world records.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's really cool.
Where is it?
I don't know, but I know if you started reading it, you'd be really fascinated, because I can tell you're at that age now where you're curious about those things. But it had like the world's biggest bridge, the world's tallest building, like that gentleman that got struck by lightning 7 different times, the world's tallest guy, the world's heaviest man.
That was the world's heaviest man?
He was over 1,000 pounds.
That got struck?
No, the guy that got struck by lightning, he was regular size. He was like 5'10", 6 foot. He was a park ranger. Like I said, he was outside a lot. He rode a horse a lot. That's why he was outside a lot. He rode a horse at a national park. And I don't know which one it was. I want to say Yellowstone, but I could be wrong. The world's heaviest man was like 1,000 pounds.
Okay, how big is that?
Big as a piano. That's why when you read these facts, you're like, what?
How can he get that big?
It starts opening up all these questions. You're like, how?
What?
But it's true.
Is it like?
His name was Hughes. He was from.
Is he still alive?
No. He was from. I want to say some part in the Midwest. But Yeah, he was really, really big. We couldn't help it, you know.
Someone's from North Phoenix, though.
North Phoenix? Hey, North Phoenix has been hot today,
Yeah,
huh?
he probably couldn't
Ooh.
help it and stuff.
No,
Couldn't he walk?
No, not towards. He couldn't get up. He was just too big. His legs couldn't hold him. He was just too heavy.
It was bad.
Well, it was kind of sad.
Yeah.
But they had pictures of him in there, you know, and because he was in the Guinness Book of World Records, and but he was 1,000 pounds.
Is he still in the Guinness Book of World Records?
Probably so.
Guess
See, I haven't
how?
read it in a while, but I read the whole book, and and you know what? When I sold books in school, when I was a little kid, that was the book I got.
Wait. Yeah, but Ronald said morning from North Phoenix. It's morning?
Oh, good morning from North. So I could read that. Morning from North Phoenix. Love those. I got a lot of good books. Yeah, the Guinness Book of World Records are awesome. And once you start reading those books, especially if you're a young kid that's starting to learn and understand the world, you start reading those things because now you're starting to see people, you're seeing different people, and all of a sudden you see a picture of somebody that's 8 foot 11 inches tall. He's a lot taller than Shaquille O'Neal. He would look down at Shaquille O'Neal.
He'll be like, hi.
Yeah, Shaquille would be like, hey, how you doing?
Do you think he'll be tiny,
Yeah.
compared to him?
Yeah. It would be like me standing next to you. You would be Shaquille, and I would be the guy that's 8 foot 11.
He's pretty much an inch.
He's
Pretty much an inch and 10 ounces tall.
No, he's a foot.
I thought I was talking about.
He's a foot and 10 inches tall. Almost 2 feet taller than Shaquille.
What?
1 foot 10 inches.
Wow.
And they're both giants. And that's something else you'll learn in that book, like giants, supposedly. And it even says refers to it in the Bible. There used to be giants on the earth long before us, you know. So guys like Robert Wadlow that I just talked about and Shaquille, they may be small compared to those guys that used to be here. But yeah, it's got a lot of really fascinating stuff. It's got like the world's fastest car that ever you'd see. You like that? The world's fastest motorcycle. Just like the world's biggest piece of gold, biggest diamond, all kinds of crazy stuff that you wouldn't even ever think would be true. But
look what Mr. said.
Mr. No, we're not making fun.
No,
Absolutely not.
Not
at all. We're talking about the Guinness Book of World Records. We're talking about the tallest guy, the heaviest guy. You're the one that mentioned fat, not me, champ. That was you. Talking about the heaviest guy, champ. We didn't mention fat. You did, champ.
Yeah.
So don't come around here putting words in my mouth, champ. I said the heaviest guy.
No,
and I'll say it again,
We're
champ.
not saying the fattest guy.
The heaviest guy. Don't put words in my mouth, champ. If you're going to put words in my mouth, champ, get on out of here. I'll be the moderator right now. That's how you handle guys like that. You don't put up with it.
I know. Why would you
We don't make fun
that?
of people. Why would you say that, champ?
Literally, who?
We don't make fun of people here. We respect. You understand what respect is, champ? See, now you're on my bad side. It's not a good place to be, champ.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the Guinness Book of World Records.
Gosh.
It's a wonderful book that has all kinds of interesting facts, especially for you younger generation that are just now opening your eyes to the world, and you're going to see things in that book that you didn't know existed.
Oh my God.
Fascinating book, and I used to read every one of them.
Mr. said I'm scared now.
But don't be disrespectful.
Yeah, don't just this should be like a nice chat. Just don't say any of that. Like,
not a good idea.
Just don't, please. Like, that's all I have to say. Just don't be like that in the chat. Come on, it's not worth it. It's not. Like, we didn't do anything. We're just talking about random stuff. Like, come on.
But no, I got that book for you. And that book was from, I want to say, where are we at, 2016.
Yeah.
So it would have newer stuff. But that Robert Wadlow is still, I think that record is still today.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool book. I don't know where that book is at, though.
It seems like I just saw it.
I know. I remember it was, like, right there. I think if we moved it somewhere.
We'll find it. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll have it for next time, and that's something that you will find really intriguing because it was, I think, about your age I started reading those books, and I read the whole book. Now, I didn't memorize all of the interesting facts, but I read the whole book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remembered some of the things, like the world's heaviest guy. I remember him because he lived close to where I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too far away. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Now the world's tallest guy. You know what? Now that I think about it, the world's tallest guy was from Alton, Illinois. So he wasn't too far from me either.
So he was. Oh.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So both of those two guys were not too far away from me.
Welcome to the internet, Mister. I think I already knew the internet. He said, "Welcome to the internet." Well, I already know the internet. But yeah. Wait, what? But yeah. Yeah, it's okay.
But you'll have to find that book.
Well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Thank you, everybody, for stopping by. Making us part of your day. Tomorrow's Friday. Made it through the week. What else you want to talk about, bud?
I don't. Well, Dad's gummy bear routine. Dad, your gummy bear routine?
Yes, I like gummy bears, and I have a couple a day here and there. I'll have a couple. That one brand is phenomenal. It's called Gold Bears or something like that. Not the Goldbergs, Gold Bears.
Yeah, not the Goldbergs on TV.
That's a good show. Those guys do a good job.
Yeah.
That was one of our favorite shows until we, watched every episode. And the only time we watch TV is at night. So, but we watched every episode.
Yeah.
But good show, good actors. Every single character in that show did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
Phenomenal job.
Oh, you're watching from a campsite.
A campsite? Where at?
Oh, what the?
Where are you camping at? And you have internet? That's cool.
I think they're probably next to like a satellite dish, or
Probably so.
next to like a satellite.
That's
or
really
like
cool.
Or like a, like an internet area.
Nice. That's what you call modern day camping, when you can take the internet camping with you, huh? Cool beans.
I literally put this under
There's
my
the
pillow.
moderator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a cool thing about me is I put this under my pillow.
He does. He sleeps with his. He likes to take it to bed with him because he's thinking about ideas. He's always thinking. He's a thinker right here.
Yeah.
Always thinking.
Yeah.
That's good. You got to be a thinker. That's good.
Yeah.
But we're going to find that book when we get done with our live stream. We're definitely going to find that book, and we're going to have it tomorrow. And that's something that we're going to look at is interesting facts in the Guinness Book of World Records. How's that sound? And I'll bet you some of those same records that I read when I was a kid are still in there. I think that one guy that I told you still is the tallest guy. That I don't think anybody's ever got any taller
Are you
than
close
him.
to taller than him?
Good Lord, no.
Are you like 6?
No, he's 3 feet
Are you
tall.
a 6?
He's 3 feet taller than me.
Oh.
He can stand there and dunk a basketball.
He just be like this. Oh, here, just throw it up to me and then.
He could stand. He doesn't even have to jump and dunk a basketball.
It's probably bad with the blood flow in his body.
Yeah, the poor guy. The poor guy was so big. He. You know what happened? I don't remember what happened. I used to know, but boy, he was something to see.
Yeah.
Just seeing pictures of him, you were just like, wow. He was incredible. But all you had to do was throw the basketball to him, and he would just go, whoop, set it in the rim.
What the?
Didn't even have to jump.
That's so cool.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
But every door, there was no doors that he didn't have to. He had to duck through every single door. Yeah.
Jeez.
There was not, and in fact, some rooms only have 8-foot ceilings, and he's 8'11". So he would have to stand in a room like that if he was standing up.
So is he taller than this entire
Yeah. His head would hit the ceiling. I mean, that's amazing. You know, his hand was probably like that big. You could shake his hand, and your hand would just get lost. Like, okay, where's my hand at?
You'll be like this. Like, wait, where's...
Yeah, where'd my hand go?
How can I shake your hand? You're like...
Yeah, 'cause
and my
hand-
hand's literally in the middle of the hand.
I mean, his hand's like that big. He's just a big guy.
Like the big hand, and my hand's just right here, and it's like, wait, what? How can I hand?
Right. But yeah, he was super tall, and all of his clothes obviously had to be custom made. All of his shoes had to be custom made.
Glasses probably too.
Yes.
Hat, everything.
Yeah, everything. He was a big guy. Can you imagine being the biggest guy ever, or at least that we know of? Now there could have been taller that we don't know about, but it's just like the world's oldest tree. I think it's somewhere over in Africa.
Is it still there?
I think so. And that's something that's in that book. If you read the book, you would know all these things.
Dad, it wasn't in that book. It was.
Yes, it is.
Dad, not the one you got me. That's for gaming.
Are you sure?
Yes, that's gaming stuff.
I don't know why I would have bought gaming. I would have bought you the one like I read. Because it's got like the world's oldest tree, the world's oldest turtle, the world's tallest tree, cool stuff like that, you know? Not stuff about gaming. You can learn that stuff anywhere.
Yeah, I literally play gaming every day.
But so that's, are you sure?
Yes.
The green book that I got you. Really? I don't know why I would have bought that. I guess I did.
Yep.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Well, no wonder it's not out. What would it be about?
Huh?
Like the Guinness Book of World Records of gamers? Like got the best video score games or something? Is that what that's about?
Like, it was just game stuff. Like the world's best player in the world, Ninja. Ninja's in the Guinness World of World Records.
Okay.
The most eliminated player.
Right.
And he eliminated like 34 one time by himself.
He's pretty
I think
good.
he got. I don't remember a lot, but I think he got in the Guinness World Records of gaming.
Well, he might have. I mean, I know he was pretty good. That's all I know.
That's probably an honor to be in that book. Jeez.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. When
It'd
you
probably it'd probably be so cool to just see
Yeah.
yourself in a book.
Yeah, it is an honor. I mean, to make it in that book. They still, to this day, have competitions, and whoever wins certain competitions have the possibility to enter the Guinness Book of World Records. Yeah, I mean, you're one of a kind if you're in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yeah.
You bet. Like they even got the person that's like made the most free throws in a row, who made the most strikes in a row.
Yep.
You know, you'd be amazed at what some of those totals are. Like somebody I think made over 200 free throws in a row, didn't miss 200 in a row. Somebody got like 50 some odd strikes in a row.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's like 5 perfect games in a row.
Yeah.
Without-
Like the 10 frame bowling.
Yeah.
One time he got 11 out of 12.
One time I got 11 out of 12.
And then he probably missed one pin.
And then missed one. Ugh. And you get 12 out of 12 is 300.
What was your score?
300.
That 11 out of 12?
Oh, no, that was 297.
Oh.
297.
I bet everyone was like, oh.
Yeah.
They were?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm in Minecraft, Christy. I don't know what Magic the Gathering is. No.
You don't know?
No.
He's learned a lot from Minecraft. That game's taught him a lot. Taught him a lot about rocks anyway. And building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So Guinness Book of World. Well, if that book's about gaming, then I'm not even gonna look for it. Not that I like gaming, don't get me wrong, but I didn't know there was a Guinness Book of World Records for gaming. I think that would just be like a couple of 3 pages. There's only so much
No,
you can...
there's literally like 100 pages.
The one I'm talking about is like of the whole world, of everything
But that's
in the
like
world.
the entire world.
The world's biggest lake.
Oh wait, that's actually 2018 of Guinness World Records.
That's cool stuff, man.
That's pretty much the entire year of gaming 2019.
So like the world's biggest pineapple, for instance. You might think, oh, that's a big pineapple. No, you look in the Guinness Book of World Records, there's pineapple like that. The world's biggest pumpkin, the world's biggest tomato, the world's biggest watermelon, all kinds of cool stuff. The world's biggest ear of corn. You know, you could get in the Guinness Book of World
Oh
Records.
wait, that flower that we grew, that should be in the
That
Guinness.
should have been in the Guinness. That's why I saved it. That could have been in the Guinness Book of World Records, because I could not find anything on Google that had a leaf that was bigger than yours.
There's no.
That's
we
why I
should
saved it.
Be in the Guinness World Records.
It could be if I sent in a picture.
Then
So-
why are you not seeing the picture?
Well, I guess I could. But yeah.
They probably had to search it up on the internet first, so they
I
won't
did.
be cheating.
I searched it up and I didn't see anything. But now that doesn't mean that there's not one out there, but I did search it up on the internet. And I did not.
Okay, how about you say it in Surrey, and
Well, I don't know exactly what to look for. I mean, what I looked for,
hey Surrey,
I didn't find anything, so.
hey Surrey, hey Surrey.
I'm here.
No, don't do that, but it's going to get confused. And that's okay, because you got to look for a specific kind of a plant leaf and stuff like that. So, and I don't even know where to start really. Where I started, it didn't have one as big as yours. Nope, yours was the biggest. I couldn't even find anything on Google that was even close to yours.
Jeez.
So see, you could be in the Guinness Book of World Records, maybe. We'll have to wait and see. But it was one cool sunflower. I don't think it was the tallest, because I did find taller sunflowers, but yours had the biggest leaves and the biggest heart-shaped head. I never saw a heart-shaped head before.
Even like the
No. Now there was taller ones in the Guinness Book of World Records, yeah.
sunflower.
Yes, definitely taller.
But the leaf
No.
is.
No, not that big.
The leaf was like the biggest in the world.
Well, at least what I could find. There could have been bigger, and I just didn't know about it. But I knew it was pretty cool, so that's why I saved it. Now, I wish I could have saved the top part.
What do you think is the world's
That
smallest
was
leaf?
so neat.
Dad?
Well, you could find it in the Guinness Book of World Records if you read the book.
Dad, you gave me a gaming one.
I didn't know that.
You said this is a good book to read.
No, I wouldn't have said that.
I remember a long time ago you said this was.
I said that?
Yeah, you said that's actually a good book.
Well, I thought it was a book like I read when I was a kid. Not gaming. Not that that's bad. I think gaming's cool. But I didn't know there was a Guinness Book of World Records for that.
Yeah.
So you probably know some of the guys that are in that book.
Ninja.
You think you probably played against some of those guys? Or at least heard of them?
I played over 10,000 matches on Fortnite,
Hey, you
so
know what?
I honestly know I have to play with someone.
That's cool. I
I
mean,
have to play with someone.
you're in the Guinness. I'm not in the Guinness Book of World Records. Good for you. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
You know, anybody that makes it in there, that's cool. That's cool.
Yep.
What we got for dinner tonight? Thursday is.
Sim rolls.
No.
Gummy bear skin.
No.
I know you want gummy bears.
No, not for dinner.
Spaghetti.
You know what? I'm actually kind of on. I'm fasting right now, kind of. My form of fasting is, I only eat between like. Of course, I get up early, but say I'll start eating at 6 a.m. and then I'll stop at 2 p.m. and then I won't eat the rest of the day. So I only eat for like 8 hours, but yeah, I'm not gonna eat. I'll maybe have like maybe a piece of toast for dinner.
You had pizza. You always had pizza.
Well, that's what I have for breakfast, piece of toast.
Yeah.
So yeah, what do you want? You want a steak burger?
I just don't. I don't even know what to eat.
Tomorrow we're gonna have. Tomorrow. What I make sometimes is steak burgers, and I put them in like it's like the old cowboys used to cook. They would cook up these meals. They'd put potatoes and steak and stuff like that cook them over the fire. Well, I cook it in the oven, of course. Potatoes and steak burger and carrots, and then pour gravy over it. Wrap it up in foil. Put it in the oven, and of course I make about 4 at a time like that. Cook it in the oven for an hour at 380, something like that. Turns out really good. Put a lot of gravy on it so it stays juicy. He likes them.
Yeah. Philip says I was hoping to find out something, but I guess later.
What's up, Philip? What's up, buddy? Oh, hey, Philip. I was looking to find out something, but I guess later. Philip, I got your picture. I know I did. I went through several emails today. In fact, that's what I spent most of the day doing, was going through emails. So I know I got it. I got it in a folder in there, Philip. So just bear with me. I apologize if I haven't got back to you. You got to keep in mind I've gotten like 200 emails in the last 2 days. So, but I get to it, and I apologize for not getting to it if I haven't. But I'll get there, buddy.
Yep.
But that's what I have been doing, right? I've been doing emails all day. Most of the day. Most of the day. So tomorrow, you know what I'm going to do? I honestly thought that book was not about gaming.
It was gaming.
Okay. Well, I need to find the new one. I want to find the new.
You said that's so much better than the Guinness Book of World Records.
No. Because I used to read that when I was your age. I would read the whole book.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got some interesting stuff in there. It's really, really cool. In fact, there used to be a show on TV that was called the Guinness Book of World Records, and each episode they would feature like so many different world records.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And they would have also on that show they would have competitions for people to try and set new world records so they could enter the Guinness Book of World Records.
Yep.
You know, like maybe a gaming competition, or I don't know who could make the highest house of cards. Some of the stuff's kind of crazy, but you know, it's cool.
Oh, Catherine says, "How's my summer going?" Good. Oh, so nice.
He's enjoying his summer. I think some of the kids just started summer break. I heard on the news yesterday, or like some schools just got out for summer break. And I think it was because of snow days this year. A lot of schools up in the snow area missed a lot of school days because of snow, so they had to make them up in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that's what they do now. I know I grew up where it snowed, and if it snowed too much to where the buses couldn't get out and pick up the kids, or you just couldn't get to school safely, you would stay home. But you only got like 2 snow days, and if you missed school more than the 2 snow days, then you had to go to school in the summer to make up for those days that you missed.
Oh, geez.
So these kids up in, like, say, probably Minnesota, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, New York, some areas that got an abundance of snow.
They have to take some days of school.
Well, if they missed too many, Iowa got a lot of snow this year.
That's where my friend lives.
Yeah. Well, he may have. Did he have to go to school extra this year,
I-
or longer?
He said he had to.
Because he probably got more days off in the wintertime than you did because of snow.
Yeah, all I hear is like, "Oh crap, it's snowing really bad over here.
Yeah, right.
The house is shaking."
Well,
Oh,
on
gosh.
those days, if you can't get to school safely, then you stay home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a few snow days. I used to listen to it on the radio. I'd get up, like especially if I saw that it was snowing, and I'd turn it on this certain radio station. And the radio station would always list all the schools that were closed for that day because of the snow. And I would listen for my school, and if I heard my school on there, I'd jump right back in bed.
You'll be like,
I'm sleeping in. But now I don't sleep in. I like to get up early. So.
and eat gummy bears.
No, I don't eat gummy bears until afternoon. But I do get up and have.
But you had some at lunch, Dad.
At lunchtime, that's afternoon.
Oh.
Not in the morning. But now I like to get up early. So whether it's snowing or not, which it doesn't snow here, I still get up early.
I wish it snows.
We go up to Arizona. Arizona's kind of cool with the regard of it snows and it's 100 degrees in the same day. Well, it can be in the same state, because you can go up in the mountains and it's snowing, and you can drive down here and you can go swimming theoretically. I mean, yeah, actually you could, not right now, but
Bye, Chat.
So yeah, with regards to that, Arizona's pretty cool. You can go up in the mountains and it's cool, and you come down here and it's hot.
Yep.
So, and it's beautiful up in the mountains, and it's beautiful out here too.
It's just hot.
It's just hot. Sometimes when it
That's
gets
why
up,
I just like to stay inside and have the AC.
woo, sometimes when it gets up to, and there have been times when it's gotten up to 120 degrees. I feel for the animals outside. It's like, how do the birds, the wildlife, the horses, and the cow, how do they handle 120 degrees?
I don't know.
Think about it. And they stand out in it all day. And we're out there for 5 or 10 minutes, and we're trying to run inside and find a fan or some air conditioning. But sometimes they can get really, really hot. As you'll see in the experiment that we're going to show in a video here in a couple days, still working on it. But it's really kind of cool. And what I'm going to do is fast forward it, and you're going to see these things melt by the hot sun. It's really kind of cool. And they just, it's like somebody turned on a water faucet of all these different colors.
Wow.
Yeah, and that's done by the sun.
Whoa.
So pretty cool.
Do you think we should wrap?
We're going to wrap it up? Are you ready to wrap it up? All right. Well, listen, guys, we're going to wrap it up for today.
That's
Thank
all
you,
we
everybody, for stopping by.
Bye.
Good to see you. Have a good day.